welcome back, Tony Basil. I was going to say that we'd given you time to get your breath back, but I know in Vancouver you can dance with incredible energy for limitless time and never lose your breath. You're in better shape than Guy Lafleur, and you don't know who Guy Lafleur is.
I know.
No.
That's because we all go out dancing, you know, sometimes 4 hours a night. And I take a ballet class during the day.
You teach ballet, or you?
No, I take a ballet class.
You're still studying?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Never stop studying ballet or anything?
You just can't, well, it's like an athlete, you know, I mean, you've got to just keep in training constantly.
What have you been doing since you did our Vancouver show?
I'm choreographing Bette Midler's film called The Rose. It's a film that takes place in 1969, with vintage.
Little history there?
Little history there.
Yeah.
Kind of Jim Morrison, Hendrix.
Couldn't get any names, eh?
No. Well, they'll be there in spirit.
Yes.
And, oh yeah, we did the Sahara Hotel. We opened up for Don Rickles.
Yeah? Did he insult you?
Good job. We just scared him to death.
Listen, introduce...
and we're doing Follies Bazaar. I'm doing a show of my own.
Are you going to bring that to Canada?
I hope so, if somebody just books us.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Introduce Greg and Shabadoo. And your earrings.
And my earrings. This is Greg Campbellock Jr. of the Lockers.
Hey!
And that is Shabadoo, Adolfo Quinones.
Quinones. Bring the K out.
Very Puerto Rican. All I can say is, John Travolta, eat your heart out.
Are you going to introduce your earrings?
And these are my Donnie and Marie earrings. Donnie and Marie jewelry.
Is one Donnie and one Marie, or?
No, can you see the little teeth right there? They smile.
My guitars.
Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds to give me the history of disco dancing, starting
I'll give you a history. Last night we had a disco cab, didn't we?
Oh,
yeah.
Disco in Toronto,
Yeah.
a disco cab?
He had a power booster in there, and it was jumping. It was hanging out the window. And
Yeah?
The best.
Don't they have that? All the cabs in Toronto are like that after 1 o'clock in the morning.
No.
They don't have that in Los Angeles?
6 years of this, and we finally found a disco
They don't have cabs in Los Angeles.
They don't have cabs in
No,
Los
it's
Angeles?
true, they don't.
Hitchhike, baby.
Yeah?
Yeah, his thumb is already. It's ready.
Well, we're going to talk about, I guess, street dancing from the 60s all the way up to now.
Street dancing.
Yeah.
And all kinds.
Yeah.
Club dancing, everything.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to start with the twist?
Oh!
You love the twist, don't you, Tony?
Well, you know, the twist, that was a go-go period, you know, where they loved to humiliate the women by dressing us in fringe outfits and putting us in cages, and in a lot of beach blanket films, they would...
You choreographed some of those films.
I know I did, and I always thought they were a little odd at the time. You know, we were in bikinis, and they would make us jump into pools. We would be in little pajamas, and they would make us jump into pools. It was very humiliating.
And you had no Richard Barthelmess to come running over and pull you out of the pool.
No, but so since I was in the go-go period, I am now going to humiliate myself by giving you in order, the twist, the Watusi, and the pony.
We are now at the turn of the 50s into the 60s.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, the twist, you know, kind of lay dormant. 1959 it happened, it lay dormant, then it really took over in like 61, 62. So this kind of spans about 4 years.
Want a little music from Jack?
I would love a little twist
backstage?
music.
Okay, here's Tony Basil.
Ride that pony, baby. Pony Express, baby. You ain't got far to go now, baby. Hey. Go on, get on that horse and ride it, baby. All right. Up. Hey.
That sounds humiliating.
That is so tiring. That is so tiring.
We didn't have anything to say. We was just babes at that time.
Yeah.
We were still young then.
Is this your mom? Is this your mom?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of.
A mother hen.
Yes. All right, now let's see what you guys can do.
Are you going to continue the Tony Basil history of... Why do you call it street dancing?
Well, because that's what it is. I mean, it's really America's art form of folk dancing, and in like Greek dancing is, you know, for the Greeks.
Hey.
And Russian folk dancing, it's really an American art form, and a really an important one. It's not just kids. It's real important. You know, it's like a Chuck Berry riff or something. It's important. Well, you know what? I'm so out of breath, but now I realize that what happened the next dance, they kind of slowed down. They did the jerk, which just kind of.
And then they got to be the
cool
jerk. And then you got to get real cool.
That's when, and you did it with the, sort of adjusted your cuff.
That was the temptation walk.
That was the temptation walk.
And
That's whoop, whoop.
That's when you was worried about your clothes and your tight.
Yeah.
Listen, when I was a teenager, doing dances that you never heard of because they faded into history. I mean, one of the art forms was looking bored.
Looking bored.
You really had to look like you weren't interested in what you were doing. Just looking around and doing that. Was that part of it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of that.
Kind of.
Except then James Brown came on the scene, and you didn't look
James
bored
Brown
then.
blew everybody
He
away.
really did. That the music and his style of dancing and what was happening and his splits and all that was great. And that was what, 65, 67. I've got all these dates down here because I don't want any rock and roll buffs to call me up and say I've got the wrong dates.
And
Shabadoo?
We've got a little James Brown music.
Yeah, and Shabadoo's going to do, what do you have, four corners?
I'm going to do four corners, then I'm going to break it down, do the funky four corners into the mother popcorn.
And the football,
And then I'm a football and take it to the bridge.
Right.
Right.
Hey.
Ow!
Can't do that with the glass.
Okay, I'm getting ready to wind it up. Okay, next time your funky stop bouncing. Go all the way around the world. Okay, now, popcorn. Everybody do popcorn pop. I think they got their popcorn more. Canada, I'm dry.
Well, then James Brown still kind of reigned as king, but Rufus Thomas came along. And he sang songs about dances, like the breakdown and Funky
Penguin.
Chicken, the penguin. And this is really interesting. Before the music starts, Greg, show them how it changed. You can see how the Funky Chicken
took
went to
its
the
coat off.
penguin.
Yeah, this is the oldest teenager in the world made up these things.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well,
Okay,
he
now
kind of,
this-
well, I don't know if he made them up, but he brought the songs out to do them to.
Yeah.
That's it.
Go on, Greg. Take
Okay,
it.
now,
So,
this is the funky chicken, right? Let's start off. All right. Then he decided to go to the toes and start doing this kind of stuff, like
the
the
same
penguin.
dance went to the toes.
Then
and
he
it
started to
changed.
make it the breakdown. From there, he went on to the bump. Now, I show you how to go with music. Maceo.
Blow your horn.
A little music.
And you know, it was real dangerous back then. They kind of.
I thought the bump came later.
Well, it did. Well, it came at the end of the 70s. But you know what happened with the bump?
We haven't reached
No,
the end
no,
of
I
the
mean,
70s.
no. I'm just.
Calm
they
yourself,
beat me
Tony.
up. I don't. No, actually, the bump happened for us, what, 69, 70?
That's Los Angeles.
Yeah, and then it kind of lay dormant, and I guess it took over. I don't know. When did the audience start doing it? Like 74?
Yeah.
74.
So I
Quarter
mean,
to 40.
it really
Double
didn't
bump.
take over for 4 years after it appeared, and all we know is that it came out of Detroit. That dance took over the world, and we do not know who made it up. Anybody out there from Detroit that knows the person that made up that
It
dance?
probably was her.
It was a hockey. No, never mind. It was not a hockey player, but it's somewhere there is some anonymous person who, for the first time, went to his partner,
Yeah.
right, and lives
And
anonymously
took over,
in
and
history.
I would really like to know the names of the people that made up these dances. Now, I know the names of the people that made up the lot, you
Yeah.
see. And the robot was happening kind of in 71, and it was really, I guess, locking, everybody knows the dance, but it's too hard for the average public
You
to
gotta
do.
be in training, and you gotta
Yeah.
be a real dancer. You gonna have a little demonstration?
Well, we were all in the right place at the right time, so why don't you do the robot and go into the loft?
Robot.
Okay. I'll do it.
You don't want to?
I'll do it. I can't stop.
What do you mean you can't stop? You'll be going until 4 o'clock in the morning someplace. Listen, Tony, that's what bothers me. If I go to a disco place, if I get dragged there by somebody, and I'm dragged onto the dance floor, you've got to spin. You started studying ballet when you were 5.
But that's not conducive to
Well, we
rock
never
dancing.
studied.
No?
No.
Never.
Nothing.
No?
Nothing.
You practice.
Huh?
We
You
practice a lot.
Well, you can't do all that
You
synchronized
practice in our
stuff.
club. Practicing.
Yeah.
It all comes.
Well, you know what happened next? These people started touching again.
Yeah.
But in New York, it was called the bus stop. The bus stop was the line dance. In L.A., it was called the hustle. This is very confusing. Then the partnering dance in New York was called the hustle, and in L.A. it was called the swing, and we will do the swing for you.
Okay, is this what's going on now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here,
I want you to know
I'll give you this, Chef.
that we went out dancing last night at a couple of different discos.
Yeah, and I want a consumer's report on the Toronto disco scene from these experts.
Well, it's like this.
Well, you know what?
Well, remember, it was a Tuesday night. It's not.
I know, but you know what?
What?
The clothes are pretty though.
They're real pretty. There's real good music, but you know what? The best dancer we saw in Canada was on your staff.
Joanne Mallow, our script assistant.
She was the best dancer we
best.
saw.
The
And
best.
you went.
We went to several
She came and
clubs.
brought us. She said,
Where
"Here,
is Joanne?
dance," and then she.
Where is Joanne? Come on, come here. Come on out. Come here.
Come here, baby.
Come here.
Come here.
This is Joanne Mel of our staff.
She
and
was.
that-
She was the best disco dancer.
Yeah.
I heard you took the contest too by storm.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And more to come.
You
Oh!
You're getting competitive, eh?
Certainly.
I want, just as we're going to commercial, can we get, Jack, have you got a little music left over that we can get the four of them dancing together?
Sure.
Are you prepared to dance with the big time guys
Sure.
here?
Sure. I was doing it
Okay.
last night.
You were, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Tony, you got any breath left?
Yeah.
Go ahead. And from the beautiful ballroom at downtown 90 Minutes Live, we now leave Tony, Basil, and friends. And we'll be right back after this commercial.